Welcome back. Once again, I'm going to try to analyze one of my games without Stockfish and try to figure out what went wrong. I was pretty sure I was ahead of this player that was almost 200 points rated higher than me. And then I had to resign because I was clearly lost. And so I'm not sure what happened. Let's see if we can figure it out without Stockfish, and then we'll take a look with Stockfish to see what happened. Okay, this is the position in which I resigned. I realized that my opponent was going to check me here on g8 and win my queen. And if it looks like, oh, that was not a very smart move, I had just taken their other rook here. And their other rook had just taken my other queen. I had two queens. And yeah, I thought I was going to win. But at this point, I realized I was not going to win. My opponent had been playing very tenaciously despite all that time that I thought I was ahead. They kept making moves that made me think and made me struggle. So I was pretty sure they would make the right move here. So I'm going to back up. The move before that, you can see I took their rook, which I don't, if I didn't take the rook, like if I dropped back here or here, which were my only two choices, well, if I dropped back to f2, or I guess I could have gone to f3, but I figured, I mean, taking the rook can be bad, right? But if I moved to either one of those three places, they were going to take my queen. And of course, if I was over here, they would be about to take this pawn. So if I didn't take the rook, going here, they would have taken this queen, and I probably would have taken back, and they would have taken this pawn, and they have a passed pawn over here. So I think that was my smartest move at the situation, was to take this. But backing up one more, you see I had two queens here. And of course, in this situation, it's their turn. That's their smartest move, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, again, if I had just, after they took, if I had just moved out of the way somehow, they were going to take my other queen, they were going to pick up this pawn, they were going to promote. Even if they didn't pick up that pawn, and I managed to promote that one, they could have taken it and still promoted this one over here, and there was no way I could have gotten my queen back there fast enough to get it. So back up another move. I didn't have any other choice, right? I guess I did. I guess I could have gone here. I could have blocked the check with queen to h5. But then, wouldn't they have taken it? With check, I would have had to have taken back. Then they would have taken this pawn, I mean my other queen, and then gotten in front of this pawn maybe before I could have gotten it down there. My king would have been here. Maybe I should have blocked. I don't know. Let's back up one more move. Here, I was in check. I had to move out of check. And then that seems to be their, I mean, they could have taken this one here at that point, but then if they did, I would have taken back. They would have checked here. I would have had, I don't know. Yeah. If they had taken here, I think I would have been okay. Maybe. But instead they checked me again. But yeah, there was no other move here when they checked me. Backing up. Backing up. Wait. I had 3 legal moves in this position. And I chose that one thinking that I would then hide and maybe go this way, and I would end up exchanging one of my queens. I knew I was going to have to exchange a queen for a rook at some point. But what if I had gone here? What if I had gone to h6? They could have taken a queen, but I would have taken it back. And then if they checked me, could have come here. And when they checked me, I would have gone around maybe, and they would have taken, then I would have taken, and then I would have promoted before they promoted. Maybe that was my best move there. We'll see with Stockfish, but let's back up further. Maybe I was lost before that. Like here. Well, there how many choices did I have? I had 3 choices. No, sorry, here it's their turn. I've just promoted. It's their turn. Before that, yeah, okay, maybe I had a choice before. Maybe I should have gotten my queen off of here. Like I could have checked or something. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I can't check there. Maybe I could have checked here, because they had just gone over and taken my pawn, but what I did was promote here. Should I have checked? one of these two places first. I think if I had checked either one of those, they would have come closer to my pawn. Okay, so maybe I should have checked here instead of promoting. And if they came closer to my pawn, I could have checked here. And they would have had to have gone back to there or here. And of course, if they had gone to e3, I could have checked there and then won this rook. Yeah, probably here I should have checked instead of promoting. Maybe that's where it went wrong. Because here going forward, when I promoted, maybe that was where I made the mistake of getting these on the same file, and then I'm about to have a problem over here. I don't know. Backing up, backing up. I thought here we're even on material. I have the extra pawn that makes up for them having two rooks to my queen. And I thought I did a really good job over the last, I don't know how many moves here. Backing, backing. Okay. Here I took that pawn and we went there, and I'm going forward now. But I knew that two rooks are very powerful, especially when working together. But I also knew that I have a queen and an exposed king. And I thought going forward now, I thought I did a really good job here. I didn't know if I was ahead, but I thought I did a pretty good job of maintaining the checks and slowly advancing my pawns. Checking, forcing them out. Checking, forcing them out. Then advancing a pawn to where it's protected by my queen. And when they challenged my queen, I check. And they started to get away. I advance a pawn. They bring the other rook. I move it out of the way. The only thing I have that's a weakness is here. They can't check here because that's defended. So I thought I did an excellent job here of getting those pawns really close to promotion. But then at this point, yeah, maybe I should have checked there. That might have been my blunder where I promoted. But then they checked, went there, they checked, went there. That's another possibility of where I blundered. Maybe I should have gone to h6. Those are the two spots. Okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to run the game review and then I'll come back. Okay, I ran the game review. It says I had a 77% accuracy and my opponent only had a 74% accuracy. So I played better than this opponent who was almost 200 points higher than me. I sometimes get paired with players that are out of the range that I selected, so I'm not sure exactly why, but it says I had 4 great moves, and according to the little chart up at the top, let me see if I can drag this side of this over. Oh, you can't see the little chart at the top? There you can. You can see that it was very late that my opponent got the advantage back, way over here someplace. So I'm going to try to figure out where that was, and we're going to drag this back over. So I can put the engine there. Let's see if the engine shows up correctly. Okay, I've got that sorted out. I'm getting pretty good at using this program. Okay, so we are on the analysis side. I played the Caro-Kann. Thought I'm getting pretty good at the advanced Caro. Again, this is the one that I fear the most because I don't have good luck against it. I know that instead of this bishop move here, Gotham Chess recommends c5. Maybe I should switch to that because I have problems. I just know that in analysis, the engine often says that's just as good as this. But anyway, we played. The analysis looks normal for the Caro-Kann, white having a slight advantage. They castled there. I played c5, which I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to. They take. I move this knight. Okay, they defended that pawn. I'm not doing poorly. As long as I'm less than +1. As long as the advantage is less than +1, the Caro-Kann is doing well here. Okay, and it says I should do that, which I did. But now it's +8. Okay, they take in there. I take in there. It's almost even here. Almost even if I play knight to c6, which I did. Okay. And what is Stockfish saying? Okay, still almost even if I play bishop to f6, and I did. Okay, aiming for that pawn, and of course if they move it, I get the rook, but they can protect it. They did. I castled. Wow, you don't see that very often, where one entire file is completely taken up with pieces. Very interesting. But I have a slight advantage if I'll play e5, and I did. Okay, so I was playing really well against this opponent. Is that what okay, I have a slight advantage now. They're supposed to play h3, but they played their third best move. Bishop to e4. I did not play bishop to e4. I don't know about that. What would that have done? Oh, I guess right now they have 3 pieces pointed at this pawn. And this would have blocked one of them from pointing at it, maybe? I don't know. Okay, but I didn't play that. I just moved the pawn forward. They have a slight advantage if they play knight to d4, which they did. Oh, I was supposed to play queen to d7 here? I don't know if I would have seen that, lining up the queen in front of there. I played my 3rd best move. Okay. We're still very close. We're still between +1 and -1. I'm feeling pretty good about this so far. They took that, I took back. That kind of forces their bishop out. Oh no, Stockfish says they should have wedged it in here. Oh, because that would have trapped my rook. Yeah, because if I moved the rook, like say here, because I don't want to move it to b8 because of that bishop. So if I moved it here, then they could have come down, and then my rook is trapped. So yeah, they should have moved here, but they didn't. They took it all the way back. Now we're still about even again. If I play rook to a8. Oh, it says now I should play here. I guess getting ready to push this pawn forward. But I didn't play that. I played here, which, oh, that puts us at +1. Okay. They're supposed to take it, and I'm supposed to take back, I assume. Come on, Stockfish, catch up with me here. Yeah, I'm supposed to take back, but they're up +1 point something now. Queen to d4 is what they played. Am I supposed to bring it back? Oh no, I'm supposed to bring my either the f pawn or my queen to protect it. I did. Okay. How are we doing? Oh, 1.61. Okay, so I was down here. They played that. I brought my rook over. Oh, I have a slight advantage. So I'm guessing that their pawn move was bad. That was a mistake on their part. Look at that, -2. I'm supposed to take it, right? En passant? I did. Okay, good. And now my queen is lined up. I mean, my rook is lined up with their queen, so I assume they're supposed to take the pawn. Okay, they did. And now I'm supposed to bring my other rook over, which I did. This is, okay, so that's where I got the advantage, was that pawn move and then f4. That's what gave me the advantage. Okay. That was a blunder. -5. I need to play queen to f6, h6. What? Oh, aiming for that pawn. Or queen to e7, which I guess would line up a nice battery here pointed down this way. But I didn't play either one of those. I played rook to e3 here. That took away almost all my advantage. Okay. Well, the idea was to harass the queen, but they took. It surprised me. They took. I took back. Okay. And that's where we're getting close to the point where you saw in the first part of the video where I was analyzing without Stockfish. That's how I got a queen for 2 rooks, was right there. Because my idea was to chase their queen away, because almost nobody that I've ever played will make that exchange, a queen for 2 rooks. But this player, again, was rated higher than me, so maybe they knew something I didn't. But I still have a mild advantage here, but again, I need to play queen to h6. Okay, in this case, it would be check, and I would be aiming at that pawn. Okay, I should have seen that. That's a nice fork. From here, I would be aiming at that pawn and checking and pointing at that rook. And then they would, I don't know what they would do. If they went back in there, I would get this pawn with check. And then when they moved out of check, I might be able to get this pawn too. I don't know. But I didn't play that. I checked here, which wasn't good, and now they have an advantage again. Okay, so did they have the advantage from here on out? No, because they didn't make the best move out of check. And now I'm supposed to just go back here to go there again. Okay, I've got to learn to see that. That pawn is undefended. It's a weakness. I need to know that. But if I did that, wouldn't they just move it up? I don't know. Instead, I played f4. My idea was if they took, I would take back and it would be check. But they're not supposed to take back. They're supposed to go here. Bishop to g4. What? Oh yeah, they're supposed to go there. Wait. What? Why would they do that? I don't get that move at all. Doesn't it just hang a bishop? Oh no, because it opens up this. Okay. Well, they saw it. And then I realized this was happening. So I had to get out of that by checking. And I did. My best move here. Okay. I still have the advantage. Okay, and that's where I did this. And you've seen everything past that. So where then did I lose the advantage? Still have the advantage. Still have the advantage. They're supposed to play rook 2. No, they're supposed to play c4. But they didn't. They did that. I played queen to e5 check. Okay, so I was doing the right thing here. And I did queen to f4 check. Okay. And then g4, right? Yeah, that's what I played. Okay, so I was playing this endgame very well. They did that, and then I went queen to e4 check, which is my second best move. Said e5 would have actually been slightly better. I'm not sure why. Okay, they played their best move, and then I played g3. Yes, protecting that pawn. They came and threatened my queen again, and oh, here it said it would have been better to play g2 and just give up the queen. Oh, because if they took the queen, I would get the rook. And it says that's what would happen. They would take my rook. No. It says if I played that, they would play rook to g1. Then I would check. That gets pretty complicated. But I still have the advantage, and I played queen to g6, which was my third best move, and they played none of their top 3 moves. They went after my weakened pawn, which I was planning on protecting with check. Now it's -6 again. Oh, and again it says I should just play g2 and give up that pawn. Okay. But I did this. I did the second best move, which was to check there and protect the h pawn. Now, queen to g4 check. That's what I did. They moved out of check. Oh, it says g2 again. Okay, so I missed this several times, but I didn't. But I wasn't behind here. I did that knowing that my queen would be protecting both of these. Oh, and their best move here is b5 or rook e8 check. Oh, now rook e8 check is listed as the top move. That's what they played. That's how they got in there. Or when they got in there. I'm supposed to go to g7, but I went to f7 instead. And that's when they brought the other rook, I assume. It's their third best move. And I'm up -13 now. g2. Okay, I did play it this time. I played g2. They played one of their top 3 moves here, but they're behind -16. And I did the right thing. That was my best move. This is when they took the pawn. That's not what they were supposed to do. Rook to e1. It says to bring this back to guard against promotion. But they didn't. They took the pawn. And now I have -30, but I'm not, okay, I'm not supposed to promote here. Remember, I said that might have been my mistake. I should have checked first. g5 check. f4 check is my third best move. Okay, I wasn't sure about one of those, but it says I definitely should have checked first and I would have had a mate in 12. Stockfish has found a mate in 12 if I check first and then promote. But I promoted instead. Is that what gave them the advantage? No, I'm still up. I'm still up -6. But they checked. Oh, and I'm supposed to go this way. What? I don't think I would have gone that way because this pawn is guarding this square. And then what would have happened? What says they're even here? I don't know about e6. -56. That's how far ahead I am right now. Okay, I get e6, I guess. If they would have checked me there, I could have just taken it, but they wouldn't have, right? They would have just done this and repeated. And what about e5? If I'd gone to e5, it says they would have checked me here, and then what would I have done? I would have blocked with the queen. Oh, I could have sacrificed a queen right there, because I have another one. Okay. But, okay, now it's back to -6, -7, and they're supposed to check me on g7, which they did. Oh, yep. Here it is. That was the last point at which I thought that I might have blundered, and that was it. Right there. I had to go to king to h6 and let them have this, but instead I went to h4. Oh my goodness. That's where it was. Okay. Well, well, well. Okay, I looked at the game review again. In addition to this blunder being the one that lost me the game, where I should have gone here, it said I had 4 great moves in this game. Great. So I'm going to check what those are. One was move 27. I'm going to see if they actually were great. Okay, this en passant move that I saw was one of the great moves. And you can see here that it is the only move that maintains an advantage. Okay, so I played a great move there. Okay, so sometimes en passant is great. What was my next great move? It says move 33. Okay, this is after my opponent pulled this little trick here exposing the rook's attack on my queen. Okay, it was great that I checked first before doing anything else. I checked, so they had to do something about that. And actually their best move was just to move over with the king, but they didn't. And my best move was my next great move was the next one. After they took back, this is where I checked. Instead of doing anything else, the only move that maintains my advantage is queen to f6 check. If I had gone anywhere else with the queen, it would not have been good. Okay, so that was great, according to the game review. And then my next one was on move 54. Oh, that was pretty late. It was way down here. Stockfish said it was great that I just went there. Oh, well, I only had 2 choices. Okay, well, you can see from the Stockfish suggestions that is by far better than the other one. But so yeah, it counted that as a great move as well. Okay, well, those were my 4 great moves. And you saw the blunder that ended up losing me the game, that I was ahead all the way until here. I'd had a much bigger lead at one point. I'd had a mate in 11 apparently, or mate in 12, whatever it said. But right here I had minus 11. Stockfish is still thinking about it. Yeah, okay, minus 11. But I had to go to h6 to threaten that. Okay, well, I'm still not very good at analyzing without Stockfish, so I clearly still need to practice. If you've watched this far, thank you for sticking with me. I do appreciate all the time that you spend with me, even if I can't see you, but I know from the analysis, from the channel analytics, that some of you are watching, a few of you are watching all the way to the end. And I really appreciate that. If you spotted anything that you could, that you want to throw my way, help me out, or have questions, put them in the comments. We'll see you next time.